Holmes! Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad. Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone, then. I cannot leave yet. I am not finished here.
Oliko se yhtään kuin pustua? Oliko se paperit vaan? Niin, kello on noin vähän. Varmaan tulee myöhemmin. Täytyy tänään vetää katsoa.
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take... You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
A map of London and the surrounding area.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
My archive. I can always consult. This is where I keep my post.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
It seems that the garden was well maintained. It seems that the garden was well maintained. It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Mr. Holmes?
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Mr. Holmes?
Inspector Lestrade, when will you...
I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, madam. Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard any...
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband?
In the morning, at around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... Oh dear.
The garden is...
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
You have indeed suffered a...
Yes.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
You undertook a pilgrimage. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.